Let's get started with this cool terrarium. It may look complicated, but if you follow along with our basic techniques, you should be able to make it no problem. Let's get started by drawing in the outlines of our terrarium. I'm pressing the tip of the pen down onto the page, moving slowly to give the plastic a chance to build up so it's nice and thick. I'm on the fast speed setting. So we're going to start here, joining the plastic together. When we get to the centre of the line, you might notice your hand getting a bit uncomfortable, so you might want to change the grip. So I'm just going to click and pause, move my hand over and continue on. When you approach the end of a line, you want to stop, pause for just a few seconds and then lift the pen away. Now that we've done one complete layer, we're going to do one more on top just to give it a bit of extra strength. If you run out of plastic, we just take our next strand and insert it into the back of the pen. Just give it a gentle push and then we can continue on where we left off. There we go, that was our first triangle completed. We're then going to do the outline of our trapezoid and our square. I'm now going to do the second layer of plastic just to make sure that it's nice and strong. There we go, that's our first set of shapes. To make the terrarium, you need to make multiple numbers of each shape. Now we've created all of our outlines in black PLA. We now want to fill them in using the clear PLA. For the triangle pieces, we're going to start off with a point either side and then jump back to the side to make sure that it's attached. So make sure to pause just for a few seconds when you reach the edge. This ensures that it's really welded together. For this next piece, we're going to be using the area fill technique. I'm going to start off with the pen onto the page. So we then want to just go back and forth, making sure there aren't as many gaps. The side that's stuck down onto the page is going to be really nice and smooth, and the side that's facing up has a lot more texture to it, so you can decide which side you like best and have that on the outside. Now that we've got them all ready, we can join them together to make the 3D object. We're going to attach our square to the trapezoid. This will form the base of the terrarium. So in the corner, I'm just going to do a very small little blob or an anchor point, and that will just sort of temporarily stick it together. And just wait for that to dry, and I'm going to do another little anchor point just in this corner here. So I'm just going to pause for a moment just to let that one dry. Then I'm going to take our next trapezoid, hold it in the right place. I'm going to do a little anchor point just in the corner, and then another little anchor point just to hold it together. And then one last one right at the top. Now I'm going to take our next piece, just do a little anchor point. So this just ensures that if there is a bit that's not in quite the right place, you can just adjust it. This is really taking shape now. Just got to put our last piece in. Again, join it in the corner. Don't worry if there are any little gaps, they're going to get filled in. And then you can just bring the top together like this. There we go. Now we have the base of our terrarium, but we've still got these little gaps down the side. Just going to fill this in using our thick line technique. See, that just joins it really easily and creates a seamless line. So there we have our finished base of our terrarium. We're going to use the same technique again to join the triangle pieces onto the trapezoid. Hold this one here. Going to use our anchor points to join the first corner. Just do one more anchor point in the other corner. Then I'm just going to take the next triangle and just hold it there just so that the plastic will dry in the right position. There we go, so that's dried. And then we know that this one will fit really snugly just here. So starting off in the corner and the other corner, and then just one more little anchor point just at the top. Then need to take our third and final triangle and attach it like this. And then just one more right at the top. Here we go. So now we know it's all at the right angles. Now we can just fill in any little gaps to make it nice and neat. So you might notice these little wispy bits at the top. So if you want to get rid of these, a really good tip is just hold the nozzle of the pen above them, and because it's hot, it will just melt those away really easily. The terrariums are all done. You can see here, you really can customize them. You can fill your terrariums with air plants. You can even make your own doodled plants, or you can just use some really beautiful stones. With the 3 Doodler Create Plus, the possibilities are endless.